Study, Samsung Na. Between September 2021 and mid-June 2022, Samsung invested in 13 crypto, blockchain companies, thus making the South Korean corporation the most active among the top 40 corporations. Google's parent Alphabet firm, on the other hand, tops the category of top corporations that participated in the biggest funding rounds. 40 corporations invest $6 billion according to the research firm Blockdata's analysis of investments in blockchain and crypto startups by top corporations between September 2021 and mid-June 2022. The South Korean electronics giant Samsung was the most active, having invested in 13 companies. United Overseas Bank, which invested in 7 companies, is the next most active and is closely followed by 2 American financial services giants Citigroup 6 and Goldman Sachs 5. Med most active investor in crypto and blockchain startups as shown by the analysis. The number of crypto or blockchain startups funded by Samsung, United Overseas Bank, Citigroup and Goldman Sachs in the period under review is nearly half, 31, of the total number of startups, 65, that raised capital from the 40 top corporations. While the data on the exact amount invested by each corporation is unavailable, Blockdata's analysis still gives an estimate of the amount that was invested by all the corporations. The 40 companies invested approximately $6 billion into blockchain startups between September 2021 and June 2022. Because some rounds involve participation from multiple investors, it is unclear how much each company invested in a project, reads Blockdata's research report. Meanwhile, concerning corporations that were active in the biggest funding rounds, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, tops this category after it participated in rounds that raised just under $1.51 billion. BlackRock is in second place, having participated in 3 funding rounds in which $1.17 billion was raised. The American financial services giant Morgan Stanley occupies the 3rd spot, having participated in 2 rounds which garnered $1.1 billion, while Samsung is in 4th place with $979 million. Concerning the use cases that top corporations are interested in, Blockdata determined that 19 of the companies receiving funding were in some form of non-fungible tokens (NFT) solutions and services. 12 are marketplaces, while 11 are in the business of providing gaming services. Samsung is placing bets across the blockchain ecosystem, investing in companies focused on 15 different use cases, such as blockchain services, development platforms, NFT, and social networks. On the other hand, Alphabet and BlackRock are showcasing a completely different strategy by making concentrated bets on a smaller set of companies. Explaining the different investment approaches by the top corporations, the research firm said,
biggest movers, etc., Uniswap to 2M Ethereum Classic fell to a 2-month low to start the week, as prices in the cryptocurrency market continue to decline. Uniswap also slipped to a multi-month low on Monday, as the token hit its weakest level since July. As of writing, the global crypto market cap is down 5.08% on lows on Monday. Ethereum Classic, etc., was one of the most notable movers on Monday, as the token fell by over 12% to start the week. Following a high of $33.41 during the weekend, etc., USD slipped to an intraday low of $27.91 earlier today. The drop comes less than a week. Monday's drop sees etc. move to its lowest point since July 27, when the token was trading near $24. As of writing, earlier price declines have eased, with etc. now back above the $30 mark. After a brief breakout, the 14-day Relative Strength Index (RSI) is also tracking marginally above a support of its own at 40.95. After Ethereum Classic, like Ethereum Classic, Uni was also in the red to start the week, as the token moved closer to a multi-month low. On Monday, Uni USD found itself trading below a support point of $5.50, with prices falling to as low as $5.42, similar to etc. This is the lowest level Uni has hit since July. However, in this instance the bottom occurred on July 11. Was trading above $40, ahead of last Wednesday's merge. Looking at the chart, the sell-off led to the RSI hitting a floor of 36.15, with bears using this as a signal to secure previous gains. Currently,
Nigerian
Uni is
inflation
trading
rate rises
higher,
to
with prices close to climbing
20.52%
above
in
the
August.
aforementioned support
Month-on-month
point
rate
of
drops, while Nigeria's
$5.50.
year-on-year
Should this
inflation
happen,
rose for the
bullish
seventh
sentiment will
straight month
likely
to
begin to return, with traders
20.52% in
likely
August
looking to push the token
2022. The
above
latest data
$6.
from
Register
Nigeria's
your email
National
here to
Bureau of
get weekly
Statistics
price
shows that the
analysis updates
month-on-month
sent
rate
to your
declined from
inbox.
1.82% to 1.77% during the same period. The depreciation of the local currency, disruptions in the supply of food products, and an increase in the costs of production are said to be the factors behind the latest increase. According to the latest data from Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), the West African country's headline inflation for the month of August 2022 topped 20.52%. The latest rate is 3.51 percentage points higher than the 17.01% recorded in August 2021. With this latest surge, Nigeria has now seen its year-on-year (YoY) inflation increase for the seventh consecutive month. According to the statistical body, the depreciation of the local currency is one of the main factors that caused the YoY inflation rate to surge. As reported by Bitcoin.com News, the Nigerian currency's exchange rate against the US dollar plunged to a new low in late July 2022. While the country's central bank has blamed speculators for their role in undermining the local currency, some economists argue that the ongoing shortage of foreign currency is largely to blame. Besides the currency depreciation, the NBS also pointed to disruptions in the supply of food and the increase in general production costs as the other factors that caused the YoY inflation rate to rise. However, despite the latest surge in the country's YoY inflation, the NBS data suggests the month-on-month inflation dropped marginally from the 1.82% seen in July 2022 to 1.77% in August 2022. Concerning the country's Consumer Price Index (CPI), the statistical body said, meanwhile, the NBS data shows that the YoY inflation rate in urban Nigeria, 20.95%, was marginally higher than in rural Nigeria, 20.12%. On a month-to-month basis, the rural inflation rate dropped by 0.06% from 1.81% in July 2022 to 1.75% in August 2022, while the urban rate only went down by 0.03%.